Is it my imagination, or does it look a lot meaner this time? We'll see right after this. And greetings everybody, and welcome to another JeSter Reviews, where today I would like to bring you the Husnock Warship T6. Now, a little bit of background information here for those of you who may or may not remember. This ship actually featured in the episode The Survivors from Star Trek The Next Generation, where the crew of the Enterprise happened upon a being called a Douwd. Anyhow, I won't go into it because I don't want to spoil it for you if you've not seen it before, but yes, I really like the episode. Anyhow, moving on to this ship. As you can see, she was described by Riker as looking mean, and yes, I think she does look a little bit mean. She's got these little pointy things going on here. You always look mean when you have pointy things, don't you? Yes. It's a pity that there isn't any Husnock left, because I'd like to have seen more ships that they actually did. But anyhow, never mind. Right, so having a look at her, she does look very mean, doesn't she? Very nice shapes, very nice design. Yeah, I really do like her. Right, so let's have a look at some statistics, shall we? So here we are with the statistics. As you can see, the hull is 98,174. The shields, 21,884. The resists are all around 47%, apart from kinetic resist, which is 35, physical resist, which is 34.9, and radiation resist, which is 30.5. You should be looking at around 50% for resist rates. Try not to go above that because you'll be looking at something called diminishing returns. So we'll have a chat about that in another video, but anyhow. The accuracy rating, 99%. Critical chance, 40.5%. And critical severity, 175.1%. Right, let's have a look at the build. So the build, we have 5 weapons to the front and 3 weapons to the rear. How I've put this together is I've got 4 Spiralwave Disruptor dual beam banks at the front, with a Disruptor wide angle dual heavy beam bank, which is part of the Disco set. It's actually part of a 3-piece set, but I'm only using 2. The other piece being the Lorca's Custom Fire Control, which is a really good piece of kit. The rear weapons consist of the Terran Task Force Disruptor Beam, which gives us a 2% bonus all damage. In the rear center there, I've got the Enhanced Biomolecular Photon Torpedo Launcher, which is giving me another 2% bonus all damage. And I'm also running an Omni, which is the House Martok Disruptor Omni Array. Now that is part of a set, but I'm only running this one for this build. Moving on to the Deflector, Impulse, Warp and Shields. We have the Elite Fleet Intervention Protomatter Deflector Array from your Fleet Colony. We have a Reputation set from your Competitive Reputations tab, which is the Prevailing Innovated Impulse Engines. The Warp Core is the Terran Task Force Quantum Capacitor Warp Core, which is from the Terran's Reputations tab. And then we have the Disco Shields, which is also from the Discovery Reputations tab. Moving on to our devices, we have the reactive armor catalyst, the red matter capacitor, and the weapons battery, which gives us a plus 20% bonus energy weapons damage. Moving on to the engineering consoles, here we have the universal Mirador sensor bafflers. Now this is part of a two-piece set. This console came with my Mirador Raider, and the second part of this set, which actually comes with this ship, is the heavy particle focuser array. And this set gives us, for the two-piece set, we have a plus 33% electrical damage for heavy particle focuser array, a 33% recharge speed for the Mirador sensor baffler, and a plus 25 starship hull penetration, improves hull penetration for starship weapons. That's that. We then have the engineering trellium deplating, the universal dynamic power redistributor module, which is also part of a two-piece set with the universal point defense bombardment warhead. So if we look at the details there, the two-piece set gives us a 33% phaser damage, 33% disruptor damage, or a 33% plasma damage for directed energy weapons. So yes, that'll be handy, won't it? Then another lobby item, which is the baroneural infusion circuits, which is the 29.5 starship hull capacity, 29.5 starship control expertise, and 26.2% critical severity. That's mainly why I've got it for, to be honest with you. Moving on to the science consoles, we have the ultimate modified swarm processor, and that gives me a 3.9% critical chance and a plus 35 accuracy rating. The tachyokinetic converter, which is another lobby item, and I have this for the 39.4% flight turn rate, the 1.3% critical chance, and the 13.1 critical severity. Moving on to the tactical consoles, we've spoken about the universal heavy particle focuser array. We have the universal weapon center enhancer, which gives me a plus 42 accuracy rating, starship abrasive hull plating, and starship control expertise, and this is a lobby item as well. We've already spoken about the universal point defense bombardment warhead, which is to be set with the universal dynamic power redistributor module. Another lobby item is the universal bounty hunter's friend, which gives us a 39.4 energy damage resistance rating, 29.5 starship shield restoration, and minus 10% weapon power cost. And finally, the Locus custom fire control console, which undoubtedly is one of the best consoles in the game, and you can acquire this through the Discovery Reputations tab. Right, let's take a look at the station, shall we? So here we have a Lieutenant Commander Universal Station, which I've made tactical. We have a Commander Tactical Stroke Temporal Ops Station. Here we have a Lieutenant Commander Engineering Station and an Ensign Engineering Station. And finally we have a Lieutenant Science Stroke Command Station. Moving on to the masteries, at Tier 1 you get an increased accuracy of plus 5. Tier 2 gives you an increased critical severity of 15%. Tier 3 gives you a 2.5 critical chance. That's quite good. Tier 4 you have a plus 10% kinetic damage and a plus 10% energy damage. And finally the trait, which is directed energy flux, damage buff to rapid fire and beam overload from temporary ops, bridge officer abilities, and directed energy modulation. So this is actually quite a good trait. Okay, now we've got that out of the way. let's go take a look at the bridge. Now, it's nothing to write home about because apparently no one knows what the Husnock Bridge looks like, so I think they fit it with the standard bridge. But we'll go there anyway and see what the crew is getting up to, shall we? Right, so here we are on the bridge. As you can see, it's the standard bridge, which comes with normal cryptic event ships. A little bit of a letdown really, but there you go. I mean, after all, who knows what a Husnock bridge looks like? If we go over here, we have the duty officer's console. Here we have library files and the bank. It's the bridge that you can't get off, so you've had it for toilet breaks or comfort breaks, because you're going to be stuck on here until you get to your next destination. So, anyhow, Mr. Potato Head, let's have a quick chat with him. Well, how's things, Mr. Potato Head? Yes, yes, we're on the Husnock Warship. Have you seen any Douwds? Yes, Douwds. You know, those omnipotent beings. You know, like Qs. Yes, Qs. Don't believe in them, to be honest with you. Don't think anybody can have that kind of power. But, no. I mean, who will it... What on earth's going on here? What's happening? Oh no. Oh, right, well, I need to get this problem sorted out. So until I can find a Douwd or a Q who can sort me out and change me back, let's take the ship into harm's way, shall we? And see how she performs. I just can't take myself seriously like this. Well, here we are. Let's do a Jupori run, shall we? Let's see how she performs. Ooh, that was... Do this sensor baffler. She is very manoeuvrable for a large warship. I'm quite impressed with her. Let's do another heavy particle focus array. Well, I pressed it, but I don't know whether it did anything. Ooh, that was certainly a big hit, wasn't it? I just realised she was flying very slow then, but just brought up the speed and she's doing even better. Right, let's see what this heavy particle focus array does. Well, I don't know what it did. It did something, but I don't know what it did. Well, I know I say this about most of the ships I fly, but this is actually great fun. It's very manoeuvrable. Here we go, we've got another batch to dispatch. Yes, I think those Nausicans have bitten off more than they can chew here with this ship. I'm very impressed with this ship. Very impressed. Well, I think this is a very impressive ship. I actually picked this up off the exchange. I think it was about 500 million energy credits, which was a very low price for this, so keep your eye out because they are out there. But yes, I really did enjoy that, and I think you'll have great fun if you pick this ship up. Highly recommend her. I really do. Well, as always, I hope you've enjoyed this review, and don't forget, if you haven't already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, and yeah, give us a like. That always makes our day, doesn't it? So for now, I think it's time I sign off. I don't know what I'm going to do to change back, to be honest with you. Yes, unless there's a queue going spare. Mr. Potato Head, can you set a course for the queue continuum, please? Why are you bringing security? It's not necessary. Why have you got a collar for me? It's not necessary. I'm sure I'll change back in a minute.